Good morning, dear students. I hope you all did well in the examination, and also you promptly wrote the examination. So let us discuss the question paper. The first question is, mention SI unit of electric potential. The SI unit of electric potential is volt, or else it can also be written as joules per coulomb, right? So volt or joules per coulomb. Second question is, how electrical resistance depends on length of the conductor. So we all know that the resistance always directly proportional to the length of the conductor. Next, third one is state Ohm's law. So Ohm's law states that if the physical conditions and the temperature of the conductor remains constant, then the current flowing through the conductor is always directly proportional to the potential difference across the ends of the conductor. This is the statement of Ohm's law. So this statement na proper agi baribeku. So while writing definitions and statements, proper agi actual agi enirutte hagene baribeku, so that you will get marks. So next one is, when force on moving charge in a magnetic field is 0. So when charge enters a magnetic field, it experiences a force. So the 0 yavagagirutte only when the charge moves parallel. Parallel to the direction of magnetic field. Magnetic field ge parallel agi charge move adaga, so it does not experience a force. Next one is fifth question, write relation between wavelength and frequency of electromagnetic wave. So idu normal agi namge ellarigu gottiruvanthadu, that is V is equal to F lambda. Next one is, what is wavefront? Wavefront is nothing but it is the locus of all the particles in a medium which vibrates in a same phase, that is called as wavefront. Ishtana baradre sakagutte. Next one, mention one type of electron emissions. So namge gottide standard agi there are four types of electron emissions. ಆ 4 types ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದನ್ನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. either thermionic emission or photoelectric emission or secondary emission. ಸೊ ಇರುತ್ತೆ field emission. ಈ 4ರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದನ್ನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. Next, write any one of Bose postulate. So there are two Bose postulate, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದನ್ನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Next, ninth one, mention the composition of nuclei. So nuclei composition gottide, it consists of protons and neutrons. 10th one, write truth table for NAND gate. So NAND gate ge truth table na baribekagide. NAND is the negative of AND gate. So symbolically we will write like this. There are two inputs A and B, and the output is Y, and it is given by A dot B bar. Okay, so truth table is AB, output is Y is equal to A dot B. So this is input and this is output. So there are four possibilities. One is 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. 0 represents low, 1 represents high. So when both are low, the output of AND gate is 0, but here it is 1. So here also 1. So this is a truth table of NAND gate. Next, let us move on to the part B questions. So really first one, that is 11th question, mention any two properties of charges. So charges sumar properties ide, adralli yavadadru two properties na mention madidre saku, that is like charges repel each other, unlike charges attract each other, charges are additive in nature, charges are quantized, charges are additive in nature. Idralli yavadadru one two properties na mention madidre sakagutte. Write expression for potential energy of system of two charges placed in external electric field. So when two charges are placed in external electric field, the potential energy is given by, that is 12th question, potential energy is given by U is equal to Q1 V1 plus Q2 V2 plus as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 divided by R. So this is the expression for potential energy. Next, third one, define EMF and internal resistance. EMF and internal resistance. So definitions as usual ide irutte, you mention madi. EMF is nothing but the amount of work done in moving a unit positive charge. The amount of work done by the cell in moving a unit positive charge from one terminal to another terminal of a cell, that is called as EMF. Internal resistance is nothing but it is the resistance offered by the medium in between the two plates of a battery or a cell to the flow of current through the battery, that is called as internal resistance. Definitions correct agi baradre saku. Next one is 14th question, state and explain Kirchhoff current law. Kirchhoff current law, it is also called as junction rule or junction law. So let us see the statement. So statement bardbitu you have to explain that one. So statement is nothing but, so the algebraic sum of all the currents entering the junction is always equal to the sum of currents leaving the junction, right? That is the statement of Kirchhoff law. So the question is 14th, right? So 14th K, you have to write the statement, and so for statement you will get 1 mark, and for the explanation part, explanation ge you will get 1 more marks. So totally you will get 2 marks. Explanation is nothing but you will consider a junction. So I1, I2, I3, I4. So this one you have to consider, you have to explain this one, this circuit. That means here in this junction, it is O is a junction point in this circuit. So here I1 and I2 are entering the junction, whereas I3 and I4 are leaving the junction. So according to the statement or according to the law, so I1 plus I2 is equal to I3 plus I4. So this is the explanation part. Next one, 15th question. Mention the expression for magnetic field at one end of infinite length solenoid and explain the terms. So 15th question. So you have to mention the expression for magnetic field. So usually derivation ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ inside the solenoid derive ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ, but ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿರೋದು so at one end of the solenoid. So it is given by B is equal to mu naught N I divided by 2. So this is the expression. You have to write this expression and also you have to explain the terms. So terms is nothing but B is the magnetic field at one end of the solenoid, and mu naught is absolute permeability, and N is number of turns per unit length, and I is current through the solenoid. So this much you have to write so that you will get 2 marks. Next one is 16th question. Draw the ray diagram of compound microscope. Compound microscope ray diagram nimge gottirutte, aa ray diagram draw ಮಾಡಿ. But so while writing or while drawing the ray diagrams, you have to mention properly the directions. Arrow marks ಗಳನ್ನ ray diagrams ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ಆರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಆರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ರೇ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ the direction of light ray, I mean arrow marks, right? Next one is 17th question. State Ampere's circuital law and write the equation. So Ampere's circuital law, it is nothing but it is the line integral of the magnetic field around any closed path in free space is equal to absolute permeability times, that is mu naught times the net current passing through any surface enclosed by the closed path. That is nothing but statement of circuital law, Ampere's circuital law. So statement mention madi and equation. So you have to write the equation. Equation is nothing but integral of B dot dl is equal to mu naught into I. So this is the equation of Ampere's circuital law, right? So vector form I'll haki because magnetic field is a vector form and dl is also a vector. So for this you'll get 2 marks. So next one is 18th question. So 18th question is name any 2 types of extrinsic semiconductors. Semiconductors alli namage classifications observe madidre you have 2 types. One is intrinsic and extrinsic. Extrinsic is again divided into 2 types. One is N type and P type. So hagagi 18th question ge you have to mention N type semiconductor and P type semiconductor, right? So you will get for those 2 marks. Next let us move on to the part C part. So part C, in that I mean third main, the first question is, that is 19th question, write the 3 properties of electric lines of forces. 19th question silly, you can mention any 3 of the properties of electric lines of forces. So many properties are there, that means electric lines of forces starts from negative charge to the positive charge. I mean it starts from negative charge and ends at positive charges, and electric field lines never intersect with each other, and the tangent at any point on the field lines gives the direction of electric field, and the electric field lines do not pass through the conductors. Like this there are so many properties. Among these properties you can mention any 3 so that you will get 3 marks. Next 20th question, derive the expression for equivalent capacitance if 2 capacitors are in parallel. So parallel combination of capacitors alli equivalent capacitance equation na derive ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. I think in your classes derivation ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 3 capacitors ತಗೊಂಡಿರಬಹುದು, but ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ 2 ಅಂತ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ question ಅಲ್ಲಿ, so you have to consider only 2 capacitors. So let us consider the circuit diagram for that one. Parallel combination across the 2 ends, that is AB. C1 and C2 are the 2 capacitors and they carry a charge, that is Q1, Q2. And we know that in parallel combinations the potential difference across the 2 capacitors is same. Potential difference same irutte parallel combination alli, and but the charge doesn't remain same. Charge same iralla. The total charge of the combination is always equal to sum of the charges of 2 capacitors, that is Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2. So you have to mention that one. So in parallel combination the potential difference remains constant across the combination, whereas the total charge of the combination is always equal to sum of the charges, that is Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2. We know that Q is equal to C into V. Therefore for first capacitor Q1 is equal to C1 into V and Q2 is equal to C2 into V, right? Let us substitute this. So therefore equation 1 becomes Q is equal to C1 V plus C2 V. Let us take V common, so C1 plus C2. Let us call this as equation 2. So we got expression for Q. Q is equal to V into C1 plus C2. Now let us replace this entire circuit, I mean the system, by an equivalent capacitance, by a single capacitor. The entire system na single capacitor in the replace madana, which possesses a capacitance, that is equivalent capacitance Cp with the same potential difference, and the charge is Q. The potential difference is same, right? So for this equivalent capacitance, we can define, you have to mention this one. Let us replace the system by a single capacitor having equivalent capacitance Cp, right? So for that, so therefore we will have the charge on the equivalent capacitor is Q is equal to Cp into V. Let us call this as equation 3. So from equation 2 and 3, so we can write Cp into V is equal to V into C1 plus C2. So therefore finally we got Cp is equal to C1 plus C2. This is the equation for equivalent capacitance of two capacitors when they are connected in parallel, right? So this much you have to write so that you will get 3 marks. So 3 marks is for this equation. Circuit diagram ge 1 mark idde irutte, but ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಎರಡು diagrams ನ mention ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, right? So for this circuit diagram you will get 1 mark, and the remaining part you will carry 2 marks. So next one is 20th question. So this is the 20th question. Now let us move on to the next one, that is 21st. Derive expression for current in terms of drift velocity in a metallic conductor. So drift velocity equation na derive ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, that is relation between current and drift velocity ಅಂತ mention ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. So ಆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ನೀವು derivation ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So let us see that one. So for that let us consider a conductor of area A and electric field E, so which is having a length L. So in conductors there are electrons, free electrons. These electrons move with a drift velocity Vd, right? So L is length of the conductor, Vd is drift velocity. Let anta heli bariri. Next one is E is electric field, A is area of the conductor. Let N be the number of electrons per unit length. So number of electrons per unit volume of the conductor. So this is an explanation part. So diagram or explanation part ge 1 mark irutte. Next remaining is derivation step. So in a conductor we know that electrons move freely and they move with a drift velocity Vt, right? So now let us find out the expression. So the volume of the conductor So before that let us consider the distance moved. So here the electrons moves with a drift velocity Vd in a time delta t. So at time delta t the distance travelled by the electrons is equal to Vd into delta t. The distance covered by the electrons is given by Vd into delta t. And now let us define the volume volume of the conductor for this distance is given by area into distance, that is area of the conductor is A and it is Vd into delta T. Now in this volume let us define the number of electrons. Number of electrons in this volume is given by N A Vd into delta T. So we have considered N as the number of electrons per unit volume, but the total volume is A into Vd into delta T. So therefore the number of electrons in this volume is Na Vd into delta T. Now the amount of charge passing through the area A in time delta T is given by delta Q, which is equal to NEA Vd into delta T. So the charge which is passing through this volume is given by NEA Vd into delta T. Now let us define when charges flows, current exists. So therefore if I is the magnitude of current, then it is given by I is equal to delta Q by delta T. Therefore I is equal to delta Q is nothing but NEA Vd into delta T divided by delta T. T cancels, the remaining is I is equal to NEA into Vd. So this is an expression for the current in terms of drift velocity, right? So this much you have to write, you will get 3 marks. So next one is 22nd question, state and explain Biot-Savart law. So Biot-Savart law statement ಮತ್ತೆ explanation part ಅನ್ನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So 22nd question. So statement is nothing but the magnitude. Statement na proper ಆಗಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. So the magnitude of magnetic field produced at a point due to a current element is always directly proportional to the strength of the current. Next one is directly proportional to length of the current and directly proportional to sine of the angle, right? So directly proportional to sine of the angle between the current element and the line joining the point and the element, right? And last one is inversely proportional to square of the distance between the point and the current element, right? So this is a statement. ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ a conducting wire, that is xy. In that let us consider a small element AB which is having a length dl. So from this element let us consider a point P which is at a distance r from the current element and theta is the angle between the element. So explanation part alli just mention madire saku. xy is conducting wire, conducting wire. AB is small current element. So small current element. dl is length of the current element. Current element and theta is angle between the element and the line joining the point and the element, right? And RS, distance between the point and the current element. So diagram draw ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಷ್ಟನ್ನ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್, so according to law, magnetic field is directly proportional to strength of the current and magnetic field is directly proportional to length of the current element, and magnetic field is directly proportional to sine of the angle between the current element and the line joining the point and the element. Next, magnetic field is inversely proportional to square of the distance between them, that is r square. So finally we can write this, dB is proportional to I dl sin theta divided by r square. So proportionality na remove madidre it is mu naught by 4 pi into I dl sin theta divided by r square. So this much you have to write. Finally mu naught by 4 pi is a proportionality constant. So ishtana neevu mention madbekagutte, right? Next, let us move on to the next one, that is 23rd. What is the electric dipole? Write the expression for dipole moment, which is its direction, right? So dipole moment definition mention ಮಾಡಬೇಕು and you have to write on the expression for dipole moment. So that is 23rd question. Definition. So dipole definition baribeku. So dipole is nothing but a system of two equivalent opposite charges separated by a certain distance, right? That is a dipole definition. So next one is equation. So they have asked her to write the expression for dipole moment. So dipole moment P is given by Q into 2A, right? So where Q is charge, magnitude of charge, whereas 2A is length of the dipole, right? So length of the dipole. This is the expression for dipole moment, and they have also asked which is its direction. Andre dipole moment direction kuda mention ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So dipole moment the direction of dipole moment. The direction of dipole moment is always from negative charge to positive charge. So negative charge inda positive charge kadegene irutte, right? So definition ಗೆ 1 mark, equation ಗೆ expression ಗೆ 1 mark, and direction na mention ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ right mention ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 1 mark, totally 3 marks. So next 24th, explain principle and working of transformer. So transformer principle ಮತ್ತೆ working na mention ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So principle is nothing but the transformer works on the principle of mutual induction. So mutual induction phenomena ಮೇಲೆ work ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So that is the principle. ಆ principle na mention ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Next working as usual explain ಮಾಡಿ. So primary ಮತ್ತು secondary coil transformer diagram ಹಾಕಿ so working ನ explain ಮಾಡಿ 3 marks ಇರುತ್ತೆ. principle ಗೆ 1 mark, explanation part ಗೆ 2 marks ಅಂದ್ರೆ working. totally 3 marks. So next one is 25th. Explain variation of current and voltage with phasor diagram when AC is passed through pure inductor. Pure inductor ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದರದ್ದು ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಫೇಸರ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ 25th ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಸೊ ಇಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. AC source is a pure inductor. So EMF induced ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, that is EMF is equal to minus L into di by dt. So this is a circuit diagram, but ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಸಸ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ವಿತ್ ಫೇಸರ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಸೊ ಫೇಸರ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್. This is V naught and this one is I naught. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ V or I ಇರುತ್ತೆ, right? So next one is phasor diagram. This is omega t and this one is 90 degree. So this is V naught and this one is I naught. Right? So phasor diagram with circuit variation you have to write. And next one is better. ನಮಗೆ variation applied voltage is given by AC voltage is given by V is equal to V naught into sin omega t. So this is equation 1. So next it induces EMF. The induced EMF is given by EMF is E. So therefore according to Kirchhoff's second law, V plus E is equal to 0 or V is equal to minus E, but E is equal to minus L into di by dt. So therefore V is equal to L into di by dt. Okay. Now di by dt is equal to V by L, and again from equation 1 V is nothing but V naught sin omega t divided by L. So this can also be written as V naught by L into sin omega t, right? So therefore di is equal to V naught by L into sin omega t into dt. So let us integrate on both sides, right? So integrate madre you will get finally I is equal to V naught by L omega into minus cos omega t. Next I is equal to V naught by L omega into, so minus cos can also be written as sin of omega t minus pi by 2. So let us call this as equation 2. Before that I is equal to, this can be written as I naught into sin omega t minus pi by 2. Let us call this as equation 1 and 2. So finally you have to explain one point, that is from 1 into voltage leads the current by pi by 2, right? ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ಇದೇ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿರೋದು. ಸೊ ಈವನ್ ಡೆರಿವೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೂ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ದ ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ದ ಕರೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಬೈ ದೀಸ್ ಟು ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈಡ್ AC voltage always leads the current by 90 degree, that is pi by 2 in pure inductor circuit. So circuit diagram with phasor diagram ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಗೆ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. Next one is 26th question. Write any 3 properties of nuclear forces. Nuclear forces ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ 3 ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ನ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಸುಮಾರು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಒಂದೆರಡನ್ನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಡಿ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗೋಣ. Part D. So in that the first question is 27th question, right? So 27th question is derive the expression for electric field at a point near the line of charges. So near the line of charges is nothing but linear distribution of charges consider ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. This is an application of Gauss law. So Gauss law applications ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ let us consider the diagram first. Linear distribution of charges consider ಮಾಡೋಣ. Line of charges. So in that let us consider a Gaussian surface. So let us consider infinitely long straight arrangement of charges. So and let us consider lambda with the explanation part ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ let lambda be the linear charge density, that is lambda is equal to Q by L. So next P is a point at a distance A from the line of charges. Right? So next let us define the field, right? To find the electric field, at P draw a cylindrical surface called Gaussian surface, right, of length L and radius A. Now the electric flux through the Gaussian surface is given by phi, that is equal to E into area of the curved surface of a cylinder. Curved surface of the cylinder, that is phi is equal to E into area of the curved surface is 2 pi A into L. So let us call this as equation 1, but according to Gauss theorem, phi is equal to Q by epsilon naught, but Q is nothing but lambda into L divided by epsilon naught, because Q is equal to lambda into L. So therefore Let us call this as equation 2. So from 1 and 2, it is clear that E into 2 pi AL is equal to lambda into L divided by epsilon naught. L cancels, so therefore E is equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught into lambda by A. So this is an equation, that is electric field intensity, right? Okay, so let us move on to the next question, that is 28th. Derive an expression for balancing condition for Wheatstone bridge. So Wheatstone bridge in condition na tagotiri, Wheatstone bridge na define ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಿ. That is which one? 28th question. Derive expression for balancing condition. Balancing condition na define ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Wheatstone bridge ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, it consists of 4 resistors. So 4 resistors are arranged in the form of a bridge that is called as Wheatstone bridge. Let us define. ಆ bridge ಯಾವಾಗ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. So for that, so here I have taken 4 resistors, that is P, Q, R, S. These are arranged in a form of a bridge, and through each resistor the current starts flowing through the circuit, that is when it is connected to a battery, right? So battery connect ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ current flow ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ start ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, and the current is divided into a different branches, that is through the resistor P, I1, through resistor R, I2, resistor Q mulka I3, and through resistor S, I4. And between the two junctions, that is B and D, a galvanometer is connected. Through galvanometer, IG current flows, that is current through the galvanometer is IG, right? So this explanation part na mention ಮಾಡಿ. Now let us apply the Kirchhoff first law, that is current law or junction law, to the two junction points, it is B and D. So apply KCL, that is Kirchhoff current law to the junction B. So therefore at B, I1 is equal to the current entering to the point to the junction B is I1, and the leaving currents are I3 and IG. So therefore I1 is equal to I3 plus IG. Equation 1 anta ankoda. Similarly at the node D, so D point ali again at this junction the current entering towards this junction is I2 and IG, and the leaving current is I4. Therefore it is I2 plus IG is equal to I4. Let us call this as equation 2, right? Now apply Kirchhoff voltage law to the loop, to a loop B, C, D, B. Loop ಲೂಪ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇದರ್ ಬಿ ಡಿ ಸಿ ಬಿ ಅಂತನಾದ್ರು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಡಿ ಬಿ ಅಂತನಾದ್ರು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೋದು. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಥಿಯರಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಅದೇ ಥರನೇ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಡಿ ಬಿ. ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲೂಪ್ Kirchhoff voltage law ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. It is the sum of current and resistors is always equal to 0. Therefore, it is minus I3 into Q plus I4 into S plus IG into G is equal to 0. Let us call this as equation 3. Now let us apply Kirchhoff voltage law to a loop. Second loop ಗೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. That is B D A B, right? So ಆ ಲೂಪಿಗೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ so we will get minus Ig into G plus I2 into R minus I1 into P is equal to 0. Equation 4. Now the values of resistors is adjusted so that at B the potential at B and D becomes same and the current through the galvanometer is 0. That is Ig is equal to 0. Then the bridges